Hi, my name is Eddie, and I am a therapist based in Bordentown, New Jersey, and I specialize in issues related to stress, anxiety, and trauma. So today I want to talk about continuing change. I've previously talked about mindset and identifying maybe some of the pros and cons of mindset and identifying what might be some of the hurdles, the limiting beliefs, and the some of negative, the fears and the consequences of making change. And as you continue to work on that mindset, the next thing that you want to sort of add to the effort of change making is scheduling. I think often sometimes people really are motivated by this idea of change, and they're going to implement these great things, and they've done their affirmations, and they've sort of explored what may be some of the limited beliefs that are happening, but then they fail to make a plan for how this change is going to come into their lives. And often people don't plan for change, or they sort of, they create these sort of haphazard goals, but really don't identify where this change is going to happen into their lives. And often something that I do with clients is that I ask them to visualize the new them and what that new person looks like. So someone may say, oh, I'm going to be 20 pounds lighter, I'm going to run a marathon. And then I ask them to visualize for me or play the movie out where they are like healthier and they're more athletic and they're doing those sort of things that they want to be in the future when their goal is achieved. And while they're talking about all of these things that are going to happen and change, you fail to then identify, well, when are you going to make time for these things? If you're going to be an athlete, when are you going to start today while you're in your non-athlete self? When are you going to then start running? When are you going to start fitting in that time? What's going to have to be sacrificed in order for you to make time for, this new identity or this new change? And I try to really get clients to drill down on when are you going to fit these things in. And part of it is doing two things. Part of it is doing a time study where you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to implement this new habit or this new change for 15 minutes for 4 days, and I'm going to put it in on Monday mornings at 6 a.m. and asking them to build in these new habits into their lives becomes really important. So, for example, I have a planner. So you can see that it's color coded, and it is part of it is for sessions, part of it is for personal stuff, part of it is for billing, part of it is for social activities. And really, I try to break down my schedule, my calendar, to sort of identify when am I going to fit all this stuff in. So part of here, this red stuff here, is personal stuff, this personal growth things that I'm going to incorporate. And I had to figure out that I was going to do these things at night after my son goes to bed. And you go through the week, and now you can see this week I didn't really have time to put in some stuff for personal time, and there was consequences to that. So really looking at a calendar and seeing where I can, and then you can see as I progressed further, I found 3 days a week to incorporate some personal growth stuff. So as I go through the week, I try to identify where am I going to fit these things into my life, and then what is going to be lost as a result of me incorporating these personal growth things. And in this case, it was not watching TV, it was not scrolling on social media. It was I'm making time for personal growth. And I had to put that in and then share that calendar in a way that everybody knew that this is what I was doing. So, simple thing, it's not that simple, but it is actually very simple in the sense of put it in your calendar, write it out, look at your life and see where you're going to incorporate these new habits so that change is not only you can put it in, but that it's sustainable, that it's something that you can do day after day, week after week. however long it takes for this habit to get established. The other thing that I also recommend to people is just start off with 15 minutes a day. Don't like get all ambitious, and that's great, and you would love to work out for an hour, and you'd love to write for an hour, you'd love to declutter, or you'd love to crochet for an hour. Start off with something that's like 15 minutes, 5 minutes even, so that you get into the habit of doing something at the same time every day or every week, and then you can build from that. You don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to become like a weekend warrior where you get all ambitious and you're motivated, and then after 2 weeks you've given up because it's like it was too hard, or you're sore, or you're running out of time, or you're buttressing up against something else that's important, or you didn't schedule in for something for other plans in your life, or you didn't make room for socialization. Figure out, start with just a 15-minute a day habit, or however many days a week that you're going to incorporate your habit, and just do that for 15 minutes so that you get into the mindset and it becomes habit. And then when you do it for 15 minutes, you can do then the time study to say, oh, I have more time. I have more than 15 minutes to do these things. Or, wow, I really only have 15 minutes to do these things. Maybe I need to put this new habit or this new change at another time, or something else is going to have to get sacrificed. If you allow yourself some flexibility and some wiggle room, you offer yourself the opportunity to be more successful. So again, in order to implement change, you want to write it down, put it in your calendar. You want to do a time study and see how it fits in your life, and then you want to do it in small increments. Let me know how it goes. I'm excited for myself. I've got a lot of habits that I'm going to be trying to incorporate. One of them is decluttering, recording YouTube videos, writing for my blog, and getting into a more consistent exercise routine. So those are some of the things that I'm trying to Tetris out in my life. And I know I just dated myself. Anybody who knows Tetris knows exactly what I'm referring to, but like I'm trying to Tetris out my life in a way that I can add these things into my life while also taking away things that no longer serve me. So wish you luck and keep me posted. Let me know what you're working on, what's working, what's not, and I look forward to the next video. Take care. Bye.